Greetings. I don't know where to begin. I guess the beginning. Where? Okay. Chalkupy. It's a love story. Chalkupy is a love story. Occupy Oakland, early January 2012. Oscar Grant Plaza, the Oakland Commune, in front of City Hall. We had repositioned. We had been under the trees and it was difficult. Like, we didn't have very much visibility and we were in a really precarious situation because, we were susceptible to the police. And so we repositioned and we moved to the corner in front of the steps. And we moved our teepee and the interfaith tent. And so we just held space in front. And it was really beautiful. Gosh, it was so beautiful. Everyone was just really in love. We had chalked and it was in the evening. I guess, well, by this point it was night. I don't know. I'd sit in the same spot for hours. I was exhausted by that point. And I had met someone a few weeks earlier, a musician from Oakland. And, we'd been kind of texting and stuff, and we had gone on a few dates. And so that was exciting. And somehow he ended up there. I guess we had been talking. I don't know. I was really focused on holding space. And he had ended up there, and he brought a friend. And so his friend sat for me, and then this person and I went, and gosh, I just head first in love, totally head first in love. So during that time, overnight, the police had raided and everyone was arrested. And so I was like lost in a bubble of love at that point. I had no idea what was going on in a 3D world. And so the next day, or whenever arraignment for everyone, court for everyone, I was going for court support. And I'd stopped by Oscar Grant Plaza just to kind of, pay respects to that space for a minute, or I don't know, I just stopped. And I realized that like everything was gone. The teepee, the interfaith tent, the only thing left was the chalk. And I was talking to just the people that were around, and I noticed that near the fountain, and if you're familiar at all, you have Oscar Grant Plaza, like, the 14th, or is it 11th? I don't know, whatever that BART stop is. And then you have like City Hall, and then over here is like a fountain. And near that fountain area, which I don't know if it actually has water in it anymore, but near that fountain area, I saw someone with a pressure hose. And it was just like one shot, and so just like a direct line. And so I kind of, was like, no. So I just sat down I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just, going to wait and see. I wasn't going to make any assumptions, but, just plant my space and then make decisions as I go. And so I planted and I just started doing art. And, the day went on. People would come and sit and do art. And then the gentleman, pressure hoser worker person, public works person, got closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And so I just sat there planting and planting and planting and planting. And then it kind of became like really evident what was going to happen. And so at each confrontation or discussion or negotiation or whatever people label those interactions and engagements, just respond. They wanted to hose. We're in a drought. There was nothing to hose. They wanted me to move so someone else could use the space. So we were, and it was really beautiful because everyone just kind of held space, like our friends were being arraigned at that moment. And so we just held space. I didn't want them to just wash away what they had done. They had used tear gas on people. I was very angry. I was very angry. I don't know if anyone could tell that from filming that day. And Naomi, it was all such a blur. I don't even know if I had known her prior to that or if that was where we met, Like, it was just kind of one of those things where everyone was just pinging together in one little space and, just in so much love with each other. So, the place eventually left, and, Occupy and Chalk got to remain another day. And while we were there, we realized that chalk is a beautiful medium. And so it started our weekly chalkupys. And we would meet each week. And make love through art. And really clear the space, clear the energy that the police had, Chalkupy. Yeah, I had fallen in love. It was like surrounded by so much love. I could have confronted anything that day. I love you, sunflower.